Chapter 47. It's been a long time. Come and beat me to death. Well, Mei Niang looked troubled. Miss Zua is not feeling well and can't see everyone for the time being. No, my ass. I've been waiting here for 2 days, yet I haven't seen a single person. Are you playing with Us? Tonghu cursed. That's right, Mei Niang. I've just arrived at Jingshu City, and I've already heard that the top celebrity here, Miss Zua, is a beauty. In the end, I can't even catch a glimpse of her. Are you playing with Us? Let her out quickly, so everyone can take a look. It's not like you will lose anything. This is the first time I've heard that girls in such places don't come out to receive guests. Tong Hu's words attracted the agreement of many people, and they started to jeer. Tonghu, she's a disciple of the Moon Palace, not a prostitute. What right does a troll like you have to get close to her? Feng Yuxiao looked disdainful. Feng Yuxiao, who would like a sissy like you? Tonghu retorted with a confident expression. Even if Miss Zua isn't a prostitute, she still has to find a Dao companion. Other than me, who else is qualified? Songshi was unhappy, even though he knew that Liu Ruxu could not avoid provoking men in such a place. He still felt disgusted when he saw a bunch of men waiting for her here. For the past month, Liu Ruxu only served him. The natural possessiveness instinct of a man made him see Liu Ruxu as his own. Naturally, he was dissatisfied with these people fighting over her. If Liu Ruxu was really snatched away, she would be no different from the other prostitutes, and would no longer belong only to him. Zua already has a Dao companion. A cold voice sounded from upstairs. It was like pearls and jade falling on a plate, like a celestial voice falling, making everyone's hearts tremble. In the next moment, the roof lit up brightly and the sound of bamboo flowing could be heard. Snowflakes danced in the air and a fairy in white fluttered down. Her pure white silk dress swayed in the wind. It was specially made from the silk of a snow silkworm. The material was thin, soft, and smooth. When worn by Liu Ruxu, she was as graceful as a swan, and as majestic as a dragon. She wore a pair of green embroidered shoes on her jade-like feet. Her calves under the skirt were slender and straight. Her figure was graceful and beautiful. Her skin was fair and flawless, as if it was carved from suit jade. Her appearance was beautiful and her temperament was refined. She was smiling at Songshi. The appearance of this alluring woman immediately made all the men present unable to take their eyes off her. Songshi also praised Liu Ruxu's beauty in his heart. He felt that this woman was becoming more and more radiant. Could it be because her cultivation level had increased? The disciples of the Moon Palace are so elegant. They're like fairies, completely different from those sluts of the Hehuan sect. Tonghu smiled lewdly, slammed the table, and stood up. He was about to grab the embroidered shoes that were falling from the sky. Liu Ruxu smiled faintly. A breeze blew by her, and her slender hand drifted away. She avoided the big hand and landed gently beside Songshi. Senior brother Tonghu, don't touch me so casually. I really have a Dao companion. As she spoke, she leaned against Songshi, a little bird, and hugged his arm with her slender hand. Swish, swish, swish. Many pairs of unfriendly eyes immediately turned to stare at Songshi. F***CK. Songshi cursed in his heart. What a femme fatale. She provoked everyone the moment she arrived. But wasn't that what he wanted? He, who was not afraid of death, needed to court death anyways. Why should he care about the envy and jealousy of these people? His expression was as calm as he took the opportunity to hug her waist and said with a smile, "Everyone, Zua is my woman. Go wash up and sleep." His confident look made some cautious people hesitate. This kid is really arrogant. Has only in the postnatal realm. What right does he have to pretend in front of so many connates and late-stage chi refinement cultivators? He probably has some powerful background. Otherwise, he wouldn't be so fearless. Feng Yuxiao stared at Songshi with interest. Was this person being used as a shield, or did he really have a background? Liu Ruxu looked at Songshi in shock. She only did this to find an excuse to dissuade these people. With the reputation of the Moon Palace sect, these people probably wouldn't dare to use force. In the end, this fellow actually provoked these people. Wasn't he asking for trouble? Indeed, the hot-tempered Tong who exploded and cursed, "Damn it, pretty boy. What right do you have to be Zua's Dao companion?" His burly body that was more than 2 meters tall stood forward, and an oppressive aura immediately enveloped Songshi. Seeing that the big guy was staring at him, Songshi was filled with anticipation. "Come and beat me to death then. I haven't died in a long time." On the surface, Songshi sighed and looked lonely. "Sigh, I can't help it if him too handsome. I was so charmed that Zua was crying and pestering me to become my Dao companion." The corners of everyone's mouths twitched. This guy was too narcissistic. This guy was indeed considered handsome among ordinary people, but everyone present had seen better looking people. He was simply narcissistic. Liu Ruxu rolled her eyes at Songshi. "All right, let's go into the rooms. All right, let's go have fun and ignore this big guy." Songshi held Liu Ruxu's hand and walked upstairs arrogantly. "Did I say you could go?" Tonghu stopped Songshi in anger. He was so angry he could not take it anymore, especially when this guy had deliberately provoked him. Songshi sneered. "Why are you blaming me for being ugly? Look, he's so anxious. Is he jealous of me?" He was filled with anticipation. "Hurry up and kill me." *CK your mother who said I was jealous. Tonghu made his move. His aura exploded as he raised his fist to punch Songshi's head. Faced with this punch, Songshi's expression was calm, as if he could not react in time. In fact, just as he was about to be hit, Songshi deliberately retracted all his strength and used his head to receive the other party's clay pot-sized fist. Boom! The air exploded, and Songshi flew out like a rag, if he had been hit by a brute elephant. As he flew backward, his clothes wrapped around the photographic jade at his waist. Then, he fell hard and smashed the shop on the opposite street into pieces. Ding, you have been killed by a cultivator with a punch. Physique +3. You have absorbed strength from death and obtained to freedom attribute points. You will be resurrected in 3 seconds. No resurrection location set. Resurrection on the spot by default. Ding, congratulations on being killed by a new target. You meet the motivation conditions. The lottery subsystem has been activated. If you kill the target within the specified time, you will be rewarded with 1 chance to draw the lottery. When Songshi was beaten to death, the aftershock of the force spread far and wide. Broken wood flew everywhere on the streets, and dust filled the sky, scaring passers-by nearby to scream and flee. Hearing the commotion, Big Smart rushed out of the horse stable where the carriage was and looked at the collapsed shop in confusion. For the time being, he did not know who had been beaten up so badly. In a distant restaurant, several pairs of speechless eyes met each other's gaze. "Chen Ming, are you serious? The person you found is too unreliable. He was beaten out the moment he entered. Or there might have been an accident. Does he need help? Look at the destructive power. I think he's been beaten to death." "I don't think so. He has a solid body. Prepare to replace him. Even if he doesn't die, he will definitely be severely injured." At this moment, the resurrected Songshi grinned. "Since I have been successfully killed, I'll have a chance to draw the lottery if I kill you." He was overjoyed and pulled himself out of the shattered building unscathed. Read latest chapters at wuxiworld.site only. Inside the new moon brothel, everyone was a little surprised and whispered, "What's going on? Even if this kid doesn't have much ability, he should have had some protective Dharma artifacts, right? Could it be that he's pretending? He's weak and doesn't have any background. If that's the case, then he died in vain."